Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Tonight I've got something exciting. So Kensen and I went on a mission the other night, and we took his Starlancer, and this is the Max variant, which is the cargo variant. And I'll tell you what, immediately I fell in love. Like it didn't take more than like a minute or two for me to be like, I got to get this ship. So I've been flying around the Zeus CL as my cargo ship. The Zeus is a great little ship. Definitely more of a small, like heading towards medium-sized cargo, but more on the small end of things. Probably in the same category as the, I'm going to put it in there with the not the Cutlass. Yeah, the Cutlass. No, not the Cutlass. What's the next size up? The Corsair, sorry. The MSR maybe is on a little bit larger. The C1, and then also, Zeus is in that range of the Freelancer Max. This ship takes it to the next level while not being as big as Caterpillar per se. As an enclosed cargo ship, this is kind of the only ship, except for maybe the Connie Taurus, which comes close size-wise, that really kind of fits that heavy hauler without being, I look at the Caterpillar and, the Hull C as kind of like container ships. Like they really are like the real life equivalent would be like, those big container ships that you see going through the Suez Canal. This is kind of more like the semi truck. And the reason why I really like it, we'll start walking around and taking a look at it. Once again, it's flexible. It's got a lot of firepower, though. It doesn't handle real well. I mean, it's definitely a dog. You're not going to go in there and do a lot of combat with this ship. But if you have a crew with you, you do have 2 turrets available for crew members to run that are pretty hefty turrets. I believe they're size 4 cannons. Let's take a look real quick here, just so you can see it here. It's got 2 turrets with 2 size 4 cannons. I think, though it's showing more. 4 max, 2 per mount, 2 total mounts. Now, here's the weird thing. It says it only has 2 size 4 guns for the captain, but it has more than it has 4 size 4 cannons, I believe, for the captain, and then 2 size 2 turrets, so 4 total. So 8 total size 4 guns, which, I mean, that's a lot of firepower. And then 4 size 3 missiles, it looks like, times 4. So it's 12, right? Yeah. No, 16. Oops. Arthur math. Yeah, so 16 size 3 missiles. That's pretty amazing. No utility system. There is no, which is weird for it being a cargo ship. It does not have a tractor beam, so that's kind of weird that it doesn't do that. But it's okay. Holds a lot of fuel, holds big quantum tanks. They're big. You can go long distances. But you can see that monster size 4 turret up on top. And, once again, there are obviously some of the bigger capital ships have much bigger turrets. But the only thing I don't see is there's really no underside turret. So you're going to be vulnerable a bit down there. Yeah, and there's a turret on the back up top there. And we'll get to see that a little bit better as we're flying around. But that's a really nice feature to have all those cannons. Plus, we have the ones that are here. I probably will change them all out for attritions just because I like attritions and the way they look. I think the cannons are all pretty much the same. But you have, 2 size 4s on this side and 2 size 4s on the other side for a pretty wicked punchy ship. I mean, that's, once again, I wouldn't be taking this against fighters necessarily. But if you have a good crew with you, you definitely could. They could take out some fighters with their guns, and you can fly around and try to do the best you can against some of the larger ships, but you're not going to keep up with some of the small fighters. Other things that I like about the ship, and we'll see it from the inside when we go in, you've got great windows. There's windows like in a lot of different places where you can see out of the ship. So here's where this is kind of cool. You have several entrances. We have a side entrance here. We're going to go ahead and pop this open. So there's an interior elevator that takes you to both floors. I would not use this for my life if I was in hyperspace, but we do have that for getting in and out of the ship if the cargo's blocked. However, that probably won't be an issue because this also comes down, and the cargo grid for the big cargo boxes is these strips here on the side. You can't load them on the doors, obviously, but this is all cargo here. I believe this holds 2 32s on each side, which would make sense. So you've got, 100 and... Oh, my God, my brain. Yeah, that would be 128 cargo. You can also, obviously use smaller stackers. The only downside is this is only 2 high. So the boxes, the most you're going to get in is 2. They don't have a third layer on top where you can kind of sneak one up. Now, you could jam them in here, but you'd have to do it while it was open. There's really no way to fit big cargo through these doors. The doors are pretty small. You might be able to get like size 1 or size 2s in here through the back if you have this pulled up and closed. But anyway, that's the cargo. You can see there's a walkway that runs through the middle. So even if you fill this up, you still have access to the front of the ship, which is, I think, a great design. Let's move around to the back. Once again, windows, which is cool. And here's the ramp. Ramp fits underneath the butt of the ship. It doesn't come out further than the ship, so you kind of know when you're going to bring it, like when you try to land, just wherever the butt of the ship is where the ramp is going to come down. It doesn't have one of those fancy laser sights like some of the other ships do, but it works fine. And you can see one of the things that I liked about the Freelancer Max, and one of the things I like even better about the Starlancer Max, the accessibility and size of this ramp. You can get the boxes up in here fairly easily. Now, you may still knock them on the top because it's, it's not super wide. And if you're, ramming stuff in here quickly with tractor beams, you may end up whacking into stuff. But look at, the accessibility is great. Now, the weird thing, though, you think, wow, this is a huge cargo space here. No, it's not. While it does hold 100 cargo, I believe, or somewhere around there, whatever the remainder is for it's a, let's see, it'd be 128 downstairs. So this is going to hold like 94 because there's a total of 224 cargo. So somewhere around, I think it's like 94, 96, something like that. You're going to be able to fit them here. This is where the cargo grid is on this side and on this side, which leaves the middle part open for, well, I think you guys saw it. Yeah, a vehicle. So if you're going to be smart about this and you're going to go out into space and you're going to be out there for a long time, maybe not really going back to base, but just bed logging in the future when that starts to work. Bed logging kind of works now, but it's not super trustable. You can put this handy dandy medical ship on board and use it as a regen point. If you get killed or whatever, you can respawn into your ship parked in the back of your ship. And so here we have our Ursa rover ambulance. And I'm just going to pull this up into the ship. And you have to obviously load cargo around it, but there's plenty of room. The Ursa rover, I think that they said the cargo door is 8 wide, and the Ursa rover is only 5 point. Ah! Wow. No. Oh, I hate when they do that. Yeah, this is a bug they really need to fix. Probably turn these lights off. And maybe if I go outside, it'll help a little bit, but yeah, just touching the throttle. Oops. Now you can see here though with the gun on top, it's a little close. And this thing does like to bounce, so it's hard to tell. Are we in all the way? Are we straight? I don't know. Is there another camera view we got? No, of course not. I'm gonna try to turn this way a little bit and see if we can't. We definitely have room to get into the doors. So let's take a look outside and kind of figure out where we are. I'm going to turn the engine off, turn the ship off, and exit. No, not the weapon rack. I want to open the door. Oops, there we go. Now, unlike the Pisces, this little ambulance, the one thing I don't like is it does not have any like freebies, whereas the Pisces has water and it's got like some of the like oxy pens and stuff like that. This doesn't have anything like that, but we'll get over it. You can obviously, oh yeah, we did good. We got them. The grid is clear. That's what I wanted to see. Now the problem is, of course, with it being this wide though, if you fill this up with cargo, you're going to have to go out the back of the ship and walk around to the front to get to it. Coming out of the doors here, we might be able to squeeze through. So if you have an emergency and this is loaded up, that's going to be kind of hard to get to, isn't it? We might be able to scoot the ship over a little bit. So this would be something that you have a friend help you so you can see what you're doing to get it over. Or just get lucky. Keep trying until you get it right. But even so, it fits, and we can fit the cargo in here. So we have our little medical system included. And that way you don't have to bring drinks or anything else like that with you as you go out. And I think that's great. So that's our little Ursa rover parked in the back. Looks like we have another elevator here. Where's this cargo deck elevator? And one on this side, too. Really? That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize it had that. Wait, come back. All right. And let's see where this goes. This gives us the option to go outside, probably, right? Oh, no. This goes to the cargo deck up to habitation. I don't know why you'd have two of these in here. Let's close and see if that other one goes outside. Sorry, this is new to me. We didn't mess around with these when I was in his ship, so let's play with it real quick and see if this is the same thing. If this just goes up to habitation. Yep, it does. Weird. That's really weird. Okay, well, let's explore the bottom floor of the ship, and then we'll go upstairs. And there's another elevator to go up also, and I believe there's also a staircase or a ladder that we can climb. Let's go ahead and close this up. But we do have a walkway that you can go through here as you're loading cargo. Then the cargo slips up. And then you have a floor up here. See how cool that is. That's really neat. Maybe a little bit of wasted space, but still cool. Okay. Here we have, looks like a component room. That's the elevator to the outside. You go ahead and call. I'm actually going to call that so it closes. This is our docking port. That's right. So if you're in space and you need to go outside, this is the way to do it. You go right outside. That's the the ladder that goes upstairs. I'm scared to use elevators when you're in hyperspace. So if I need to get down here in hyperspace, I'm probably going to use the ladder. Once they fix the problems of people falling out of the ships, you probably would use the elevator. But for right now, I'm kind of scared to do that. So just use the other. Okay, and this is the front of the ship. We have a little bench for resting and a little place for some drinks. But this is our armory. So you got a weapons locker here. We can put some. I would say on this floor, I would be maybe putting the tractor beam guns here. And then suits for going outside. Obviously, we have suit lockers that don't do anything yet, but pretty soon they will. That's going to be cool. That's your armory. And then upstairs, we have all kinds of neat stuff. Let's get up there and take a look. Once again, if you want to take the elevator, you can. Here's the life support. Let's check out the head end of the ship first. You have 4 evacs to escape the ship if it goes dead and you need to get out and it's going to blow. You have the turret gunners here. One here and one here. That's pretty neat. Let's see, what is it? Does this tell us which one? Yeah, remote. It doesn't say which one is which, but we'll just assume that one is front and one is back. Coming up here, you've got the co-pilot seat. He doesn't really do anything yet, but he will. Eventually, he'll be able to do navigation. And then you have the captain's seat up front. And you can see the layout's very much like a giant hull. I'm sorry, a giant Freelancer, basically. The Starlancer being in the same family. It definitely mimics the Freelancer. Just much, much more space up here. A little bit of wasted space, obviously. Radar relay unit, avionics unit. Some serious space wasted here. But, I mean, that's how they did it. So they probably had some extra and didn't know what to do with it. Because this ship has everything that it needs, pretty much. So let's head towards the back. This is where the habitation area is. Really nice lounge area for eating. You got some food processors, definitely a stove, ovens. I don't know, maybe these are refrigerators, but I don't know how the future works with that kind of stuff. Got a hatch. That's not for this. Okay. Eating table. You can play some billiards with the crew as they fly around and wait for things to do as you travel through hyperspace, carrying your cargo. This is the hallway to the crew quarters. Oh, once again, I forgot to show this off. Well, I guess you guys saw it. The turret seats actually have windows that go out. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Spartan. That was not supposed to be showing up, but oh well, it does some occasionally. So you have 4 unique habitats. Some of them are bigger than others. And then each one has a bed and a bath. Oh, look, room for 2 people. Huh. Husband and wife crew, maybe. Shower, pretty neat. So you can actually, I believe, if that's the case, you could probably carry more than 4 people, but I don't know. This maybe, is that the, oh, that's the elevator. Here's hab number 3, which is a little different. Yeah, you see, that's also 2 beds. This one has more storage space in it. These back 2 units are a little bit different. The bathrooms are pretty much all the same. I think there's one that's supposed to be the captain's. You'll see it has a different color to it. Hab 4, same thing, just reversed. And Hab 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that, no, I guess I was wrong. I thought one of them was green, but anyway. This is the only ship that I've ever seen that has a separate bedroom for each crew member. That's pretty luxurious. All right, let's hop into the back. And here is the engineering area, which is really, of course, over the top. You know, you get these really cool, like, showing the engine temperatures and things moving on, you know, inside here. We got the engineering console right here. You know, so you can picture Scotty back here working his butt off. Giving her all she can. It didn't come out right. My voice is a little choppy today. I'm giving her all she can, Captain. It was terrible. Sorry. All right. So, for those of you that wanted to see the review portion of the video, that brings that to the end. We are going to go take this ship up for a cargo mission now. So, I'm going to go ahead and I have to fly over to Area 18 to get my stuff. I need to get my tractor beam. I want to put a couple suits of armor on here and a couple other things before we totally take off. So I'm going to pause the video for a minute. If you were watching just to see the tour, that's it. And I will see you guys later. But if you're watching to actually see me take the ship out on a mission, then stay tuned and we will go do that now. All right, we are almost ready to go. The only thing I don't like about the turret on this Ursa, well, first of all, it's a medical rover, so do we really need a turret? I did get this parked over. I think it's over far enough that we can still get cargo in here, but I can sneak down this side, maybe. But at least I can get from here, like the door to here and get in. But when the gun is up, like, you can't stow this. As soon as you turn the vehicle on, the gun goes up automatically. You can't keep it stowed, which would make it keeps hitting the ceiling here, so I can't really pull up any further. Not that I have to pull up any further, but actually, if we could pull this thing up, like, almost to the door, we could just get out at the elevator and be able to get into the side hatch. Like, if I could park it here, but that thing keeps hitting the roof, so it makes it so you can't go any further than this right now. So it's a little bit, it's not the greatest marriage of all. It's not the happiest marriage. There's no happy ever after. But at least we have some sort of connection. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have going. Now, I just realized this is going to be a sucky mission because I'm going to have to rebuild up my credit, I think. I don't think we keep our status. So let's take a look at our contracts, but I don't know. Oh, there's some 64 hauling contracts. That's cool. So it didn't reset our stuff. We should be able to hold 280 SCU. So from Bangini, now once again, we are on 18. So I'm going to see if I can find a set of missions that go to the same place. Let's see what happens. We're at Riker Memorial, so I found one for 14K. Not really worth it, but let's see what else we can find. If we can find, I'm just looking for things coming from Riker. Ugh, that makes me nuts. All right, rookie. Well, let's just keep looking for Riker. I wish you could, like, organize them by, like, you know what I mean? Like, do filters and organize them by starting location, finish location, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to continue to go through these. I'll be back. Lots of stuff from Bangini. Lots of stuff. All right, here's the second one. Holding, let's see, this is 42 and 43. So we got 80 plus 80 is 160. Let's grab that. It's a really short trip, so we're going to make some, I mean, it's for the distance, it's decent money. Whoops. It's the lag, and it kills me every single time. I'm terrible with that. So at least we found 2 missions. I'm kind of feeling like that's probably all we're going to find. No thanks. Any ones where you have to go to 40 different places. Now these are from I know it's not Bangini. It's by Genie. Bangini. I just always say Bangini because it reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie. Anyway, I'm going to look for a minute or two more and then we'll head out. All right, so that didn't pan out. Let's go ahead and shut this up. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna move the ship over by the freight elevator because otherwise we're gonna be carrying these boxes a long way. Why did that close? Star Citizen. Okay, and we'll jump up here to the bridge. Take me up to the bridge, Captain. Take me to the upper deck. That's where all the rich people sit. Deck 2. All right. There's a lot of walking to get to here. Even with it being right, like, you know, this is a weird thing that the seat does. It didn't work quite right. All right. Trying to think if it's better to put the front or the back. Probably what we'll do is we'll where's the freight elevator? Is it to my left? Oh yeah, okay. We're almost there. So actually what we're gonna do is this ship should fit in here sideways, right? Yeah, it does. So we're going to fly right up to the freight elevator here. And then we're going to pivot around. I'm going to whack the butt on that door, I think. Let's see what happens. It's hard to tell. Oh, no, we're fine. Because it pivots on its axis, which is good. The problem is when I go out of camera. It landed itself. Okay. Now, I'm going to load the sides first, but if we need to, then we can load the inside too. Engines off. Beautiful. All right, and then we're going to hop out. It's the wrong way to do it. Always land your ship and then turn the engines off. I mean, they're fine right now. I don't know later in the game if they're going to... Later in the progression of the game. If they're going to make that stuff hurt, but... Exit the ship. So we're going to try to fit as much as possible in these side pockets first. And then we'll go with the rest of it. There we go. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. There we go. Just because I had the gun out, I didn't like it. So we're going to put this down. I wish they would start the freight elevator. I mean, I understand why they do it, because sometimes when you're coming in, you want to transfer right to it. I guess so. You gotta pick one or the other. I guess it doesn't really. They picked the one that seemed easiest. I want just the mission stuff. We got 5, 5, 1, 10. Okay. And let's select all. And we're going to say move to elevator. And let's bring that stuff on up. Here's hoping and praying this all works out. It's like not a lot of money, but like $30,000 for like 2 hours of work. This is where having somebody help you do this would be monstrously, well, helpful. 9 SCU. What? Let's put all these on one side. Once again, we'll see how this does, because it's, you know, we may have to put a lot of these inside the ship too. I don't know how many of these this holds. These are, what are these, 8s? So if it holds 232s, it should hold 8 of these on each side. And I think we have more than that. So some of these are going to have to go in. We'll test it, though. That's 5, 6. Seven. You get the idea. I'll be back. Okay, now we're over on this side, and I want to bring these here. Like that. I think that's not up all the way, so let's scoot that forward. Yep, there we go. 2. No, you dork. Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to continue to do this. Okay, one thing that I forgot about this is that you got to load them back first. This bay comes down weirdly right here. There's like an angle, and you can't get the boxes in underneath it. So it looks like I can fit 9 per side, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 8. Okay. 8 per side. All right, so I'm going to continue loading these. Yeah, so some of these are going to have to go up in the cargo area too, which is not ideal because I got the Ursa. What I might do, I'm thinking for ease of access, it might be easier to take the Ursa out and then load the stuff in and then put the Ursa back in. That might just be how we have to roll. The other thing that I've noticed about lately with the oh, it got it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That is, it's hard to get these in. So let's roll the Ursa back out. Make way for the cargo. But I tried to get my son Ryan to help me, and he's like, "Man, I'm in New Babbage, and I had to reset my character, so it's going to be a while." And I'm like, "I think I'll be done, you know, by that time." So anyway, maybe he'll join, but maybe he won't. We'll have to see. Flashlight off, gun away, and let's back this guy out. Did I close the door? Probably not. And let's see here. Is this on still? I think I turned it off, so I'll turn it on. Turn the throttle on. We'll back out. And since we're done loading that side, I can move this over here because you're not going to be using the side. Engine off. I just always do that. You don't have to turn the engine off in the ground vehicles because they're not going to float away. But it's just out of habit, you know. And open this. All right, so let's grab 8 of these. I'm putting all the cargo from one mission on one side and all the cargo on from the other mission on the other side. And so we'll put 1. Well, I'm going to move 8 over. Yeah. You got it. But the one thing I'm curious... Okay, so let's grab one of these before we dump off here. I just want to make sure that these fit in our cargo bay. I don't see why they wouldn't, because it looks like it's 4 SCU wide, but... Man, my guy is in slow-mo right now. Hang on. There we go. They fit in here pretty easily. That's good. Yes, they do. Okay, so we'll be able to... We be jamming. So that's good news that we can fit these cargoes in here. I'm going to scoot it down just a hair more. It should... Yeah, there we go. Cool. So we definitely have room for the rest of these. But you can see here, it's, you know, this is about it. So you could do 2 medium cargo missions or a bunch of small ones. Like, now the other problem that I have with that, though, is that honestly, I don't know if you start getting more money for like much larger cargo missions, but you know, the issue that you're going to run into is that I can actually, if you take like 5 or 6 small cargo missions, you'll actually make more money than you do with like 1 or 2 medium missions. And that's where the economy's kind of broken. They need to kind of, and once again, I'm only ranked junior for the medium-sized missions, so maybe that'll go up as we get like different cargo types. But as of right now, I actually make more money doing a bunch of small cargo missions than I do doing these big cargo missions. So how much we got these? These are just what are the size? There. I want to see if the cargo in the ship can take one of these up top. I don't think I need it because we got room for these, but I just for poops and giggles, I want to see if we can fit a size 2 and a size 4 up top. So this is going to go here. It's not looking like it does. Let's try that again, though. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hang on, folks. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. My son called, and I finished uploading. But that's probably good for you because you guys get sick of watching me load. But here's the thing. So these do fit up here. I will say it was sort of difficult to get this size 4 box above because the roof is so close that they get stuck. But it does work, as you can see. So you can put size 2, size 4, and size 1 boxes up on top. Though this one looks like it's coming out. Not wrong done. There we go. Nope, that's where it goes. Interesting. Oops. Okay, that's how they fit. They're a little different sized. I thought they'd be the same, but they're not. But we're all loaded up here. You can see we got a little teeny bit. So really, let's look at those missions again so you guys can see that. I think it was about 80 per mission. That's the wrong one. Contracts. Okay. Let's look at both of them. I've got one that was 40. Okay, this was 85, and this one was 87. So let's just say 90-90. So 160. Right? Wait a minute. No. Wait. Give me a minute. So 172. So really, you know, we're supposed to have 224, but you can see here we're almost at the limit. Everything else would have to be in, like, you could fit 4 more size 8s. So the max, I mean, really, this seems to be about a comfortable, maybe 100 per, but try not to go over 200 because then you're going to be, if you get all size 8s, then you're in big trouble because you won't be able to fit these last couple boxes. So about 80 seems to be about where 80 per mission is where we're comfortable. You could do it, but it has to be the exact right size boxes, and this would not be. If you got, like I said, we could fit 4 more size 8s. So make sure you got to check your breakdowns. How many size 8s does this ship hold? Let's find out. It holds 24 size 8s. That's the maximum size 8-inch that you can get in here. Then that means you could also hold 12 size 16s and four 32s. The 16s would fit back here. The 32s would fit up here. You cannot fit 32s back here. So anyway, so that does it for that. We're loaded up, and that gives you an idea of, so once again, 24/8 is the most that the very maximal load that you can put in there. Let's go ahead and get the medvac rolled up. And I'm even lay down in the bed for a minute to get myself all healthy. Come on. And I will say, I'm glad I took this out. I think it would have been a pain in the butt to load that with this in there. So it's nice to be able to turn the energy back on. And so now we're just going to make a nice short hop up to Banjo-Kazooie. Once again, we can't get... okay. Okay, and then you power off. No. Okay, stop. Let's see if that works. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the side door open. That's what I was trying to do, to get this thing as far forward as it can go. There's a possibility that we can get in here. Oh, yeah, look. Okay, we did it. And it looks like we still got room to walk through, so that's pretty cool. It does sound like something's pounding against something else, though. That's not great. But even then, since we can fit through, it doesn't... We don't really need to pound it up so far, because we can still fit through. But this way we have access to the ambulance ship. I don't like that. There's a noise. We screwed something up. Oh boy. Yeah, maybe let's scoot this back a hair. I'm still hearing it. Okay, put the power down. It's still doing it, but there's nothing I can do about that. But let's see if we can get out still. It's going to be close. And if not, we can always go out the back. It's not a huge deal, but it is nice to be able to come out here. And there we go. And so we still have access to everything. That's really cool. I'm very happy about that. All right, so I'm going to run up front here, and we are going to get the frig out of here. So let's do a quick outside check. Everything is... Oh! Now, the one thing I don't like about the ship, I found there's no button to close everything that's on the outside. So we have to go and do it by hand. I'm a dork, and I left the elevator open. So I need to go close that. That's why we checked. Always check your exterior and make sure you're loaded up. There we go. Now the elevator will come up. Right? There it is. Okay. So now we're clear for takeoff. Glad I checked. And in usual Star Citizen fashion, something bad has happened. For some reason, I cannot... The ship is stuck. I can only go up and down. I can't get it out of... Uh-oh. What's going on now? It's gone into some weird frozen mode. I don't know. Are the... I don't know what's going on here. I can't go down. I can only go up. And none of my other controls work. Okay, now we're falling. Oh! I don't know what I did, but nothing's working. Hang on. Okay, now it's working again. I have no idea what I did. Now the gear coming up. Typical Star Citizen tomfoolery. Let's turn the ship so that we're facing with the hangar so we're not like awkwardly coming up out of the hangar. And no idea what just happened there. Oh my gosh. Welcome to and the hangar just closed. Oh God, this is going well already. Oh, and apparently we've damaged the ship. There's now a major torque imbalance, probably from that rough landing when the ship just shut off and fell. God, Star Citizen, why? I don't see any damage, but of course there probably is some. Okay. Let's go ahead and call for takeoff again. All right. Doors opening. I did not mean to swing the ship up like that, but it's okay. And so now it's just a waiting game. And the doors have opened wide enough to let us through. There's somebody coming in. Look at that. So that was not the sleekest takeoff ever. But we're on our way. Once again, you can see once you start flying this ship and like look at the cockpit and stuff, you realize just the freaking magnitude size of this ship. It's a biggin. And we're going to get into super speed mode. Look how pretty that is. We need to find our target. Somewhere in the sky here is our space station. I don't see it anywhere, but yowzers, what a view. Yeah, it's quite a haul. Clunky as all get out, but still fun. Every time I fly out of here, I see new stuff. Look at that round thing behind the ship there with the pillar in the middle and like the rainbow colors going around it. What is that? That's really cool. There's just all these details in the city that are so cool. And of course, there's the station behind us. Now with complete airport lighting, it stands out now. You can actually see the lights flashing, showing you how to get there. And there's blue beacons that go all the way up above the clouds, so you can follow those down from space. In case you get lost, you can look for those flashing blue beacons and they guide you into the station, which is a really nice touch. Glad they did that finally. All right, so I'm going to nose up here and we're going to head out into space, and I'll see you in just a minute. All right, so we've come up out of the atmosphere and we're still getting a major torque imbalance, so we must have done something to the ship. We'll have to repair it when we land. Stupid hangar antics. And let's go ahead and jump out there. Nice, quick. Too close. All right, so we're going to cruise on in. Major torque imbalance. Freaking thing. All right, I'll be back. Let's see how we land this. There she is, Bikini Point. Switching over to shield mode. Man, that's cool. This ship is just amazing. It is amazing looking. I love all the different like details on the outside. Very nicely done. All right, let's get in contact with our friends here and see where they want us to go. Any response? Oh, it's actually working. What I like now is you no longer, fortunately, have to do the stuff where you change the radio, like turn it off, turn radar on, and then turn it back on again. They now allow us to directly contact. You don't have to leave the screen and come back anymore. That's super nice. You can also use alternate end, but I find that it turns your coordinated flight off when you hit alternated. So you press Alt N, and during that time you're not coordinated in flight, and it's a little bit weird. Don't know why they did that, but that's how they did it. All right, so now we just need that whatever the ballet is that they play in Space Odyssey. Oh wait, they already did that in Elite Dangerous. Little nod to Stanley Kubrick and outer space movies. Dropping it down to 40. And let's see if we can pick up the ILS frequency. Just kidding. That looks to be right about online there. And just like a 737, you have to put your target off to the left a little bit to make it. Maybe. And let's go ahead and put the gear down. What the frick? I don't know what's going on with the hangar doors lately, but this is getting old. Like, seriously, guys. Come on. Okay, now they're going to open the doors again. I had to call them like 10 times. I don't know what the deal is with that. Unless someone else is trying to open their gateway and it's like shutting you off. There's no warning or anything saying like you're running out of time. It's just boom, shut. Like, what are you doing? All right, so for this one, same thing. We're going to pull in. Now, unfortunately, this hangar is a lot smaller. I don't think I can maneuver the ship to be completely sideways like we did for the other place. But we can try. We'll just pull in straight and then pivot to the left. I need to hurry up because they're going to shut those doors on me. Like they always do. Cruise control off, and we're in. Let's rotate the ship nice and slow. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get this thing completely. I mean, maybe if we back it up. The hard part's a minute I'm going to lose my vision. We did it. Oh, God. Not the best thing for this ship, but okay. And we'll land it right there.
I'm sorry. Due to inactivity, we have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer.
I'm assuming that the gear did not go down, even though it's acting like the gear went down. I need to see what's going on underneath the ship, so let me click the Z button, which just didn't work. Hold on. So the only thing I could figure out is maybe the back of the ship was hung on the back of that hangar. It's hard to tell, but the gear was down, so I'm not sure what we were caught on, but we're free now. All right, I'm going to hop out here. All right, we're headed back towards the Ursa. I'm going to pop that cargo down. Okay, that's what I was hearing popping. These were not settled on the grid. It's weird. But whatever. Okay. Probably having the Ursa in here does some kind of weird thing to the cargo grid, since this game is still funky. And I am going to take the Ursa out so we can unload. And I'm also going to lay down on the bed for a minute just to get my health back up, which is why we brought this. And I also put in this ship, because it's my regeneration bed. Once again, this is like a portable regeneration station. So I'll regenerate in here, and hopefully the ship will be inside my ship, and then I'll be all back together. So I die, fall out of the ship, and get killed within a couple kilometers, obviously. Then I can just respawn here, which is the whole idea. I've got an extra spacesuit in here, so if I get killed and I need to get my armor, I'll be close by, and I can just grab this generic spacesuit and get it. So, yeah, I think this will work out well. I forgot we need to leave. Close. And here we go. All right, let's get this little guy out of here. All right, that was fun. Just because you guys wanted to see that, right? All right, and I will hop out here. And now, in this case, I loaded everything on one side for one mission and everything on the other side for another mission. I think it's probably the best way to do it, simply because you may or will definitely have missions that go to two places sometimes. And so you'll take the ship up and you'll need to unload part of the cargo, but not the other part. And so it's always a good idea to be somewhat organized with how you stack stuff in there, how you stack your cargo. I think it's wise to load them in separate pieces, because then you can unload them neatly and orderly and put them in the right places. If you have more than 3 locations, I pity you, but it's doable. So we're going to go ahead and pull these off and put those in here. So I'm going to get this done. We'll be back. And so we have unloaded all of this stuff onto the cargo. Very neatly, I might add, onto the cargo grid. I think it's all good. So we should be able to just dump it in there now. And let's select all. And lower it. And this confirms that it does both. I don't know if that was 12 minutes or 12 hours. Hopefully 12 hours. I think some of these have longer. They're not like expeditious. There we go. So let's take a look in our... I didn't see... There we go. There's the other one. Oh, Yep. Whoops. I closed this too early. 42, 42. Yep. Okay. Good. Yep. And there's the other one. So we've completed both sides of the mission. That means complete rookie rank direct target. I don't think that means we went up a rank, but it just means that we've completed that job. So that's good news. I'm going to go ahead and pull this thing back up into the ship, and we're going to park the ship and put it away for the night. Hope the guys enjoyed that. But this, to me, this is what I like about this game. This is a very almost American Truck Simulator type experience. Although it takes place in space and is, a little more violent and way more buggy. I wanted to be a space hauler. When I first saw the game, I bought the Freelancer because I'm like, that's the cargo ship. So the Starlancer is just a big extension of that, and it's still the cargo ship, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to... Why didn't the ramp open? Maybe the ramp did open and I'm crashing into it. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, so the Starlancer definitely is an extension of that need or want to be a cargo hauler. They did a great job. I'm very happy with it. And I'm looking forward to a long time. This one was definitely a keeper. I've put my lifetime insurance on it. Obviously till the next great thing comes out, right? So we'll see what happens. But Micah was making fun of me because he's like, well, you're excited about it because it's the newest thing. And I'm like, yes, but I've skipped many new ships or bought them and just got to see them. And really, honestly, now I love the Zeus too. If the Zeus wasn't the same mission as this, but smaller and less capable, I would have kept a Zeus also, or maybe buy one back later. But the thing is with this is just so much more capable than the Zeus. And unless you're talking small missions, like small cargo missions, this is kind of the same thing as the Zeus, but it does really big cargo missions, which I like. And the fact that I can take the ambulance bed with me is a huge plus, because once again, you get hurt out there. And also because of the timer that we have where we're constantly running out of health, which I personally hate. I really hate it. To be able to shove a medical bed in there via vehicle and still not take up any of my cargo space, that is a huge deal to me. I know, not to everybody, but, for myself personally, it is a really big deal to be able to get out and do cargo missions and yet still have a hospital bed. But it's not, the other ships that have hospital beds are either too small to do cargo, or they can do cargo great. Like Micah has that, what is it, the MISC, I can never remember the name of that dang thing. It's the refinery, the fuel refinery ship, the huge one. I can't remember the name. That ship, to me, it's too big. Even though it can do the same amount of cargo as this, you've got all this extra stuff that you're carrying around with you to do the same thing that this is doing at a much smaller size, but yet they're on par with each other on what they can carry. And so I like that. Every inch of the ship pretty much is used either to live in or to, do its selected mission, which is cargo. And it can protect itself fairly well with the guns that it's given, and it's a really nice balance of all things cargo. And I think that it's going to be a great ship. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely had a lot of fun doing it, and I can definitely see me getting a lot of fun out of this ship, and it's probably going to stay with me now. This is one of those keepers. So honestly, I would keep this over the Reclaimer because I like scrapping one way, but I also really like the cargo stuff. I just don't get bored of cargo. So we need to take a look and see. That's right, we forgot to look at that. It's acting like the ship is damaged, so let's see why. What's going on here and why is it acting damaged? Do we actually have damage? I said goodbye already, but we're going to take a look. This is not what I'm supposed to press. Crap. No! Sorry. I'm trying to hurry because I have to go potty. Yeah, there's 140 damage. What the heck? So, there we go. We'll let that get fixed. And it's processing. We'll let it do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you next time in the verse. And, next time I'll hopefully have a crew with me. And you can load and unload a lot faster and get a lot done and make a lot of money. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.